What is going on? This is Shattered Pixel Dungeon, a great, super simple, graphics wise, free game for phone or for computer if you use an emulator. Also on Steam, but it's not free. I think it's 10 bucks on Steam. Not a whole lot of content, so I'm going to do a bit of a beginner's guide for it. For this guide, I'm going to choose the Mage. If you want a little help when you start out, you can search for a custom seed and type it in here. It'll be 3 letters, and then you got to remember to put the dash in, 3 more letters, a dash, and then it'll be something like that kind of format. Look that up online. Search for like a seed with a lucky start, like strong armor or just like an overpowered weapon or something. You don't get achievements for it, but it is a good way to have a bit of a easier run, especially when you're learning the initial concepts. The reason I picked the mage and I think the mage is beginner friendly is because you start with this staff and you can upgrade it. A lot of times you end up losing because you're holding your upgrades. You only get so many of them. You get 15 of them throughout the whole game. And often you want to hold those until you get a strong enough weapon or armor to use them on. And you might not get that in time and you'll end up losing in the mid game. So this helps you have a strong early game, which can push you into your mid and late game. So the most important and basic concept is door kiting. So explanation point means the rat's about to come at me. See where we have these squares, everything works in turn. So I'm going to hit wait. Actually, no, I'm not going to hit wait. I'm going to step back and the rat's going to move. And now I'm going to hit wait and that rat's going to come through the door. And watch when I smack him. See the little exclamation point? That means he was surprised. So basically he opened the door and got smacked and he was surprised. So that meant I got 100% accuracy, and some classes even do bonus damage. The rogue does. Some weapons do bonus damage. So you can click on them to punch, or you could click over here on this red button. So my UI might look different because I'm using an emulator than if you were on your phone, etc. So this guy's sleeping. They'll wake up when I get close enough. Yeah, I don't know the gender of the rat. So funny how in default I always say he. Nothing wrong with that. All right, give him a punch and get 1 experience. So this is the mod called Shattered Pixel Dungeon, based off the original Pixel Dungeon. So cool. The person that made it open sourced. Okay, this is a wand of disintegration. I think this might be a strong. This game might be one already because this is some luck. This is pretty strong. This guy's sleeping. Means I'll have 100% accuracy, but he's awake now. The thing with the snakes is they have very high dodge. So if I'm not surprising, you'll just sit there and you'll miss and you'll dodge and you'll miss and you'll dodge and you'll miss and you'll dodge. So it's good to use magic or make sure you kite them back to the door. So this here, you can always hit your search, this magnifying lens, and click on a tile. And that doesn't take any time. It says barricade. The wooden barricade is firmly set but has dried over the years. Might it burn? Yes, indeed it will burn. When you first pick up potions and scrolls, well, it says potion of liquid flame. Notice it's the exact thing I needed to get through the obstacle. Well, they're not always identified. Most of the times they come anonymous, and each class has a unique thing that they can identify. So you see the mage automatically identifies potions of liquid flame. That's why I know that's what that is. But we're going to go ahead and pick up the wand of disintegration, which is pretty huge. It's a really strong wand, and I can already start putting upgrades into it. Interesting thing about the wand of disintegration is it destroys barriers. So I could save that potion, but it's cursed. So see how it is not identified. So I don't know how many charges it has, and I didn't know if it was cursed, but so I'm gonna have to get a scroll of remove curse. And this is the okay, I did not get debuffed. So I guess I will go ahead and use the potion. Yeah. So this fog is slowly growing. It's not a harmful one, it just makes you run in random directions. So every time you wait, it passes a turn and you will get hungry and you start losing health if you're hungry, and food is finite. So it is, you don't always want to I guess what I'm trying to say is every movement counts to a certain degree because you're spending time, you're spending food. So I'll just go ahead and throw this into the water. It'll still burn good enough. So just click on it, click throw, and I'm gonna smash it. Oh, maybe I'll just target the barrier. There you go. And then I'll just hit wait until it burns down. There we go. And we get access to a secret room. Yeah, this stuff takes forever to go away. So I'm gonna click here, but it's gonna make me go in loops. How long till that wears off? I don't know. So we can walk in some grass in the meantime and collect these dewdrops, which will heal us. Okay, so we're getting all these items and they're all, they all do a lot of stuff, but we'll get into that as we go. One thing I do is I cut corners because it saves one turn of movement. Okay, rat sees me, so I'm going to step back. I'm going to hit wait and then smack him. And that didn't do much damage. I have 4 out of 4 charges on my wand, so I'm just going to go ahead and use that because it does more damage and it's guaranteed to hit. So you see, when I shoot it, it does 2 to 8. And if I smack with it, it only does 1 to 6. I don't know if this is the right math, but sometimes I'll just go, okay, 1 to 6 is the same as 0 to 5. So in between that, it's like dice, your average is going to be 3 or 3.5 or something. And then 2 to 8, the difference between, 2 to 8 is 6. So it's like plus 3. You're probably going to do like 5 and a shot or something. So I'll try to, it's very rough estimate, but when I'm trying to figure out what things are better, I'll just try to do the averages. Okay, so there we go. The first scroll of upgrade. These are huge. It's good to understand the way the dungeons work, and that is that there are 5 of them: sewers, prisons, cave, dwarf city, and then the demon halls. Each one has 4 floors and a boss floor, so that's why I say there's 5. The 4 floors, tongue twister. The 4 floors contain 3 scrolls of upgrade and 2 potions of strength. So the potions of strength, you'll get 1 in floor 1 and 2, and you'll get 1 in floor 3 and 4. Respectively, you'll get 1 in floor 5 and 6, and 1 in floor 7 and 8. So if you have not gotten one by floor 3, you know you missed a secret room on floor 1 and 2. That's why it's worth keeping track of. Okay, they're all sleeping. I may ignore them for now. Pick up the key there. Go ahead and click on search, and on the tile we can see it's a dart trap. Okay, that guy is a special guy. Go ahead and maybe just use some wand charges. Actually, one thing I'm trying to do more often, which I've never really done much in the past, is take advantage of obstacles. So I'm going to throw my water skin because it's indestructible. So I set off the trap and the trap hit the mouse. Just shoot him and then smack him. See, I should have kited back to the door and got the guaranteed hit. That was my fault. I was thinking just go for it there because save all the time walking back, but really I ended up losing more health than I would have from starving or from food. So this just stepped through the door. I don't think I have the 100% accuracy. Yeah, see it dodged. So I'm going to go ahead and zap it. There goes that. All right, talents. Here we go. We leveled up, so we have talents. I find 2 points in this is the best. In most classes, just identifying something immediately is very good. You can see you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 talent points to use spread out between 8. So I usually find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I usually do 2 in one and then 1 in the others because 1 point gives you 3, 2 point gives you 5. I mean, a lot of them are very strong if you just get 1 point in them. 1 point wonders, you could call them. So first off, we may go, I want to go something that's going to give me the most impact right away. I think the barrier, I get shielding. This is useful but not right away because I don't have a lot of wands to use. But maybe it would have been useful for that. Anyways, I digress. Let's continue. All right, we got some seeds. This here is our seed pouch. Most time on mobile, you'll be like this, and when you click on it, it's gonna pop up over here, and then you'll go to your seeds. So I got a couple already. Seeds are pretty strong, but we'll get into that later as well. When I actually use one. Seeds come from the grass. Sometimes things drop them. So I'm going to step in the grass because I want to collect these dewdrops and fill this up because it's going to heal us later. You know, I didn't use the scroll right away because I think it may give you an extra charge. You know, I should just use it. What am I waiting for? Yeah, it does give you an extra charge. So now I go 2 to 8, 3 to 10, more damage and more charges at full power. Okay, so this is just a loop. So let's look around and see if we missed anything. Yeah, we haven't gone there yet. So let's go ahead and go here. We've got the key, and this is, I think, a room where I choose a treasure room. Yep. So we have 1 crystal key and 2 chests. So we have to make a choice here. So I'm going to hit search. I'm going to read it and say, okay, this one has an artifact inside, and this one here has a ring inside. All right, which to choose? There's debate. When I looked it up, a lot of people said artifacts are better. Rings, a really strong ring early can just change the game and win the game for you. Artifacts, I'm going to go for the ring because if it's like a ring of wealth, for example, I just win. I don't know what it is. Is it worth identifying? So if you wear something for a while, it will automatically identify, saving your scroll, but you risk it being cursed. So I often like to wait till I have a cursed scroll, remove cursed scroll. But I do need my first remove cursed scroll to go on the wand. So I don't think you can, I'm pretty sure you can't imbue yeah, you need to identify it first. And then it'll probably say you need to uncurse it. Pretty sure. Always, I'm gonna go ahead and use it on the ring. What do I get? Ring of the Elements +1. Not great, but oh well. 32% elemental resistance. It'll help out. Artifact might have been better, but oh well. All right, so now we're on floor 2. When you first go down the stairs, read the little flavor text here because it'll say there's a lot of secrets, or you hear rushing water, or a lot of enemies. Sometimes it'll give you a context clue. So I'm going to step in the grass. There, I'm hungry. I'm not starving yet. I'm just hungry. Well, I usually don't zap rats, but since I'm full charges, I will go ahead and zap the snake. And one thing I noticed, if I duck behind the door too quickly, they sometimes forget where you are and they run the other direction, and I have to come back out and grab them again, grab aggro again. So sometimes I'll wait and let them get a little closer. All right, second scroll of upgrade, 2 of 3 already. I'm just gonna keep putting it on the wand. That is why the mage is strong. You can upgrade your wand early, do a lot of damage. You max out at 10 charges, so I usually like to get it up to 10, and then I will throw the rest on my armor or on, you know, like a secondary one like this. Oops. Okay, this is... Now we got... Since we're a little deeper now, we're getting stronger enemies. So I could kite back and get the guaranteed finishing smack. I think that's what I'll do. Save the wand charge. Smack. There we go. Okay, we see how we're getting unidentified scrolls and potions now. We won't know what they are until we use them. I see the store here. What I'm going to do is double click on search, and you'll search in a radius around you. I thought maybe I would open up a secret door. I did not. Maybe 2 shots for this guy. I don't want to get hit. I'll search on this to make sure it's not a mimic. It is not. If it was a mimic, it would say something like, beware before you open this. One way to really supplement your early game is throwing weapons. And so I'm going to press and hold on an empty thing and set the quick slot and get it up there. Right now I'm not strong enough. It needs 11 strength and I only have 10, but I should find a strength potion on this floor. Okay, so I just walked in. They know, they see me. They're mad, so I'm going to step back and it'll give me an automatic free hit. I mean, not free, but 100% accuracy. And then I will use a magic shot to finish him off there. So I take less damage. I'm usually suspicious of dead ends. I'll look for, I don't know. I don't think this makes sense, but it looks like the river is pointing to me this direction. Nope, there's not a door there. So I'm going to search this one. Nope. Searching takes time, so I don't do it like on every wall, but if it's a dead end like that, I will. And now I'm starving, but I'm not going to eat food yet because when you are full, you regain hit points over time. So I'll wait until I'm about 50%. On the earlier floors, when you're not at risk of getting one shot by something, it's okay to let your hit points go down and you can regain. I think I can hide in the grass and I might get a surprise round on the rat. Let's see. Yep, see the exclamation point? Surprise round. Just like hiding behind a door. I'll just zap him once and then wait. As long as I don't miss, I'll be okay. All right, we have some keys now. See, there is a door around here. There is 100%. There's gotta be, unless it goes up somewhere else. Oh well, I'll spend twice as long searching for it. Summoning track activates. All right, let's just go ahead and shoot him and hope we don't miss. All right. Oh, there's a snake chasing me. I'm gonna let it get a little closer. All right, leveled up again. So I'm gonna eat food soon. So let's go ahead and get the thing that benefits when you eat food. I'm gonna step out, make sure it sees me and it's coming so it doesn't turn around, and just hit wait, smack, and smack again. Saving my wand charges for the stronger enemies, especially next floor when we have crabs. Crabs hurt a lot. Search. Not a mimic. All right, let's get the gold. I don't think there are mimics on the earlier floors because they would probably kill you. But I'm checking nonetheless. Like when you double search and do the radius, it takes time. But if you just like search and once and click on something in particular, it does not take any time. So it's okay to do that. Let's shoot him once. Kite back for the free hit. Saving the charges. Alrighty, so we are at our first alchemy spot. Alchemy can get really in depth because there are just like all these recipes, you know, like what is all this crap? I need this and that and that. So yeah, don't bite off too much of it right away. Later on the last boss, there's like 2 recipes. Like make this one, make 2 of these. I usually make 2 of these, and I usually make 2. So that's just for reference. Elixir of Dragon's Blood, and then I will make 2 scrolls of anti-magic, and pretty much good from there. Other notables are Elixir of Aquatic Rejuvenation. But for now, I don't know if we're going to do anything. What are we going to do? Oh, yeah, I actually just started doing this. I didn't know about it. But you can... It's a good way to use your seeds if you're not going to use them. Go ahead and put... So these are healing seeds. These are pretty valuable. I'm actually not going to use those because I can figure out what the healing potion is by what enemy dropped it. But if you put 3 random seeds in, it'll make you a random potion. And it did not tell me what it was. Oh, I thought it would tell me. Nope, it did not tell me. The other thing you can do is First, let's make sure it's not something I'm gonna need. If I upgrade. So you can put in a scroll. The only way to figure out what a scroll is either to identify it, which is valuable, or just to read it. When you read it, it uses it. But you can put an unidentified scroll in here and it will give you an unidentified rune stone until you make it. And then it's going to tell you what it is. So it's a stone of disarming. So we know what scroll makes disarming. So we now, if we go up here and into this one and into scrolls, we now know remove curse. Oh, that was remove curse. Damn. So one thing I could have done is waited till I get to the shopkeeper, because the shopkeeper always has the same scrolls, and I can figure out, I can get a good guess at what they would be. So I'm gonna do this anyways. And we got Stone of Aggression. So that means that was a scroll of rage. So next time we get one, it will tell us what it is. Okie doke. I think we're good. I have not found a strength potion yet, which is telling me, I'm guessing one of these are strength. So I can usually wait until I give 2 of one, and then I'm pretty sure. So this is where, I swear I searched there. I think we're done with this floor. So one of these is probably strength. I don't know what the other ones are. Oh, it's probably the one I picked up in here. Often the secret room, or the room behind the key, is the one with the strength. Okay, let's go. I wasn't paying attention though. So snake I need to zap, because it's a slippery little fellow. Okay, floor 3. Nothing. No special flavor text. Okay. This room, you need, just like the barricade where you need fire, this room you need haste. So I'm going to pay attention to what potion I pick up in the vicinity. I'm getting kind of low, almost low enough to eat some food. I think I will, because we are now on crab level, and crabs are mean sons of crabs. So crabs move 2, so it's gonna go 1, 2, and then I can step back. So I can zap. I can step back, it'll be in the door, and get a smack. But look, I only did 1 damage, and they do a lot. So I'm going to use the charge there, because if I keep trying to smack it, it's going to be not worth it. I can miss and miss and miss, and it could just take me out. Okay, let's just go ahead and step back and get the free punch. And then... oh, I don't know if I want to zap this. I think I'm not gonna. I think I'm going to save my zaps for the crab. See, look, we are actually running low on them now. Snaky. Let's go ahead and wait, step back, wait, smack, level up. Okie doke. Well, are we ready to get 2 into this yet? I don't think so. I think we'll just do 1, and then we'll do the last 2 into there next. So Ivory Potion. I have 2 of them though, so I'm not sure if that's haste. That might be strength. We do have a strength potion coming up soon, look. Rat. So even though it's not surprised, like, there's no... oh, it was still surprised. Wait. These guys can hit hard, so... I was thinking about zapping them there, but I did not. Okay, this one. Crimson. I'm suspicious this could be the haste potion. Who's that? This guy. Smacking those guys pretty good now. Don't need to use charges on them. So this is just a hidden door. So we'll just open it up in case we need a shortcut later. Should we do it? Okay. We will use the Stone of Intuition. This runestone holds a weaker version of identification. A correct guess lets you use it a second time. So I'm going to use it. I'm going to go ahead and click on this Crimson Potion, and I think it's haste. So let's just figure out if it's haste. It was indeed haste. Great. So I can use it again. You get 2 uses out of them if you guess right. Fly. A new challenger has approached. Let it get a little closer so it doesn't forget where we are. Flies are very... Oh, see this door is open? That means someone's back there. So I don't want it to see me here. So I'm going to wait. Oh, it didn't move? Why is that door open? This could be bad. But anyways, flies multiply when you hit them. So you'll get surrounded very quickly. So that's why it's very important to use the hallway. Flies also drop healing potions. So it did not drop anything. But if it did, we would know it's a healing potion. Pretty positive. Sometimes they drop other stuff, but primary drop is healing potion. In the original Pixel Dungeon, and I don't know if it's still the case, you could take off your weapon and just punch the flies for very, very little damage and spawn, hundreds of them, and each one had the possibility to drop a healing potion. So you could get like 100 healing potions. All right, step back. Okay, this one, so it's so strange. I always thought you needed an extra space for the door to be closed, but this will definitely not be an explanation. Yeah, see, dodged. Okay, so we're gonna go up to here, go ahead and drink our potion of haste, and now we will run faster than this thing can charge up and shoot us. See, it's a sentry. If you try to go through it slow, it'll zap you. And we got a flail. Well, it's cool we know it's not cursed, but it can't surprise attack. It's rather inaccurate. High damage, low accuracy, no surprise. I don't think I've ever used a flail. Let's go ahead and zap you once and step back. Sometimes sleeping guys are awkward because you have to get close to them to wake them up. Alrighty. This one was a mimic. So I'm going to get far away. Oh, you see that? It opened, it moved. That's one of the ways to know it's a mimic. So if there was a trap around it, I would try to trigger the trap. There's not. So I'm going to use most of my charges on these guys because they do a lot of damage. I think I'll still get the free punch and then I'll zap it the last 2. Got some food and a ring. I don't know what it is. We got a key as well. So dead end like that, you know it's going to be a secret door. Pretty sure. But yeah, feel free to leave any questions in the comments. I'm happy to answer things. Also tips. I know I have my blind spots for sure. See what we get. Throwing club. Seems underwhelming, but actually pretty dang good. And since they're 11 strength, I'm actually kind of missing out by not drinking the strength potion. So maybe I'll just go ahead and gamble with the intuition stone. I just want to make sure it is. I'm going to say it's strength. Oh, it was incorrect. So it's not strength. So I haven't got a second one yet. Wonder what it is. So let's look around. I think we're done. I think we've explored everything. About 60%. Guess we could eat. Maybe it's better off to wait till you're a little lower. 50%. Sub 50 maybe. So if I hit it now, they'll get 3 flies along here and they'll still hit you from diagonal. So I'm going to make sure to step back first. And I'm lucky they don't go this way, but they can't do that. Okay. No, I'm just punching them. I think they don't do a lot of damage, so I'm just used to that. So I'm going to keep in mind that we found a jade potion. The reason I just searched it there is because sometimes they will put traps underneath things like to bait you in like that. So here we have an interesting thing. We have a shocking trap. So I could potentially get this crab onto a shocking trap. So if we go ahead and zap it once, it's going to go 1, 2, 1, 2. So if I step back far enough and then throw these arcane styluses, you use them to upgrade your armor, but you want to make sure you use something that you use endgame. And I'm pretty sure nothing destroys them. I'm going to throw the shocking trap on there, paralyze it. Maybe I can step up now and punch it. Yeah, great. Something I got to use more often are the terrain to my advantage. So I have to wait for the trap to stop, unfortunately. Maybe we'll go check out this grass in the meantime. Nothing there. Oh, notice how it dodges the traps on your own. Once you see things, you can just click where you want to go, like way over here, for example, and it'll take the right. Most of the time, it'll take the right route. Not always. Ghost. Ghost has a great quest. It wants me to slay the great crab. And when I do, it'll offer me a weapon and an armor. Almost always best to take the armor. It's usually leather, and often it has a +1, which can really help your game. Okay, so being greedy with the charge there cost me. All right, let's get into the identify now. Okay, great crab. Can only hit it when it's surprised. I know that's with physical attacks. It might not be the case with magic. Yeah, see, it blocked the magic with its massive claw. So usually you have to kite it in and outdoors. That's a summoning trap, so I don't really want to mess with that. This is an ooze trap, caustic ooze. So I could try and get it oozed. Let's go ahead and step here and wait for it. Oh, ghost, you're in the way. I'll wait some more. Step away from the ooze and throw this. See if we can get it. Yep. All right, cool. So now it's going to burn. Wait, let it get closer. I don't want it to run the other direction, so that's why I stepped through the door again. So now it is surprised. I can zap it. Hey, that was good enough. All right. Yes, come to me, ghost. And let's go ahead and take the armor here. So yeah, +1. That's huge. You go from 0 to 2 to 1 to 6. It's so good. But now I really need that strength potion. It's almost worth just drinking some random stuff. I know it's not white, and I said the next one I have 2 of is probably the strength. And I know I've already identified liquid flame, so I don't have to worry about burning. Usually I'll stand on water before I drink something. My health's okay, so let's go ahead and drink one of these. Yes, it was indeed strength. Great, so now it's identified. We can see this is strength. Now my strength is 11, so I can equip this. And we are in a good place. And I can also now throw my hammers. Let's go ahead and drink the second one, get up to 12, because now we'll do more physical damage. Damage! What are you? Don't know. Oh, crab. I'm a zap you, crab. 1, 2. Good. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, shut the door. Okay, I'm just gonna smack you. Now that I have the armor, I still get hit by 4. Yikes. Flies coming. We're gonna have to do something about that. So let's go to a place we need to go anyways and not just run totally backwards. Scale armor is 2, 3, tier 4 out of tier 5. This early of a scale armor is probably worth using. Smacky, 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 smacky. Oh, you know what I could have done? So if you step on this, you get a one-time buff that stays there until you move. It's a bunch of armor. It's really good. It's the same thing that happens if you throw this seed on the ground and then step on it. So I guess I could have taken advantage of that when I was fighting, but I didn't. But I'll do it now. Come here, you slime. And this will give me an accuracy buff. It's pretty good. 30 turns of 25% accuracy and evasion. And we step on this and we get 40 turns of armor, assuming we don't move. Once we step off it though, we will lose it. So you just like, one thing I could do if I had a lot of extra food and I wanted to spend it is I could sit here and just wait and let the pathing monsters roam into me and fight them there with those buffs, but I'm not going to do that. So run out of food. So you can go diagonal through traps, so that's pretty nice. Glad I saw that one. You don't always see them. Sometimes you walk into them. All right, buddy. I guess I just fight you. The thing about the oozes is they have a damage cap. I think you can only hit them for 6. Yeah. So my 4 to 12. I'm almost better at smacking them. Oh, 7. Oh, you can only hit them for 6. Let's check out this area while we're... Oh, never mind. Shocking trap. No thanks. So I got 1, 2, 1, 2. Do I want to save these? Not really. 4 to 12. 4 to 8. 4 to 10. Yeah. Just zap them. Nice. So having that +2 is pretty huge. Usually, other classes, you're not going to have a +2 weapon. Hey, this is a very good artifact. We'll get into its uses later on. I think I'm going to do 1 video per floor. So once I fight the boss in this, we'll go ahead and stop this video for today. So let's go ahead and step back so we only get 1 at a time. And I think I'm going to save my charges for the crab. Hey, we leveled up. Put our final point. So you see how there's 5. We have a gold one, which means we can spend it. And no blank ones. So we have 6 blank ones for tier 2, but we're not quite available yet. So let's go ahead and get this. And that means I can test if I use this, will it identify it even though it's cursed? So it is identified. Oh, wow, it teleported that slime away. So can you imbue a cursed wand? I don't think so. Yeah, you can't. Okay. So I do need that remove curse scroll. Pretty sad. So I am missing an upgrade scroll. I do have my 2 strength, so I'm at 12. So I do know I've got all my strength potions. Hey, it's back. What do you know? This might have been a good time to kite away and then trigger this. Where'd my arcane stylus go? Didn't I throw that? Oh, it's still down there. Yeah, I can't forget to pick that up. Let's go ahead and throw the armor at it. Yeah, 5 damage. Free damage. I'll take it. I haven't done the challenge runs. They're hard modes. And I'm thinking using those traps will be really important for hard modes. Okay, so this one here is, these are all traps. You got to get over them to the treasure chest. So obviously you need to fly. And I wasn't paying attention to what potions we picked up, but they're in order. So the most recent one I picked up is the golden potion, which I just figured that out recently. So like, okay, it's most likely more likely going to be this than it's going to be one of these two. Why do I have three of that? What even is it? Do I have an intuition stone? I do not. So I'm just going to go ahead and drink it and hope I am right. And it is recharging. Oh, no, 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 no. The recharge is one of my talents, right? I think. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because I just identified it. So I get 2 charges of wand recharging. And it was a toxic gas potion. I do not want to. So now I have to walk away. See the gases expanding and return and chasing me. Hopefully that's far enough. Now I have to wait for it to dissipate. I could use identify on these. Maybe worth, because if they're strong, it's useful to have them. I think I will. I could also use it on this. So when you put upgrade scrolls, it reduces the strength requirement. 1 scroll reduces 1. 3 total reduces 2, and then 6 for 3. So if I put the next 3 scrolls in this, I can get it down to 14, which means I could use it at the end of the next floor, which I'm probably going to do. It's early enough. The plate armor is the next one better. But what I was saying about early and mid game, a strong early and mid game can carry you into late game because you won't use as many potions of healing and you'll have a lot more resources. So having the tier 4 versus the tier 5 can actually lead me to a win. Holding out, the biggest loss I always take is holding out for that tier 5 and not getting it in time and having all my upgrade scrolls, which is why the mage is strong, because I have a bona fide weapon I can upgrade on the first floor. Okay, so one of these is levitation. Why would I have 3 levitation potions? No idea. Let's drink one. Yep, there we go. So we have 20 turns now of levitating. Let's get this just. And it has scroll of upgrade. Great. So to start putting them into here or not is the question. I'm going to need 3 to get it to 14. But my strength won't be 14 until at least floor 7 or 8, because that's where the second strength potion drops. So that is one of those don't need to just choose now situations, I believe. And I would like to identify it, because if it's cursed, yeah. So yeah, one of those decisions, something to mull over. For now, since it needs 3, and I'll get the 3 in the prisons, it's almost worth putting it on the staff to keep me stronger for the goo fight. Oh, get out of here. Okay, so the crab didn't notice me. Senpai did not notice me. Oh, this is a +2? Holy guacamole. It's almost worth not imbuing then, because when you imbue it, it just goes onto your staff, right? Be imbued with the wand. When I'm not sure exactly what things do, I'll go onto your, and I'll click on this information. So the staff can be imbued with any wand they find, but what exactly? Because I'm thinking if I imbue it, it'll just still stay a +2. I could imbue a 0 wand, and and it'll actually upgrade it. So, as you can see, a lot of planning, a lot of theory crafting, so I know 2 and 2, so I can shoot it twice before it's going to get to me. Especially if it doesn't even make it to me. Alrighty. So, boss floor. Here's the boss. It heals when it's in water, so you don't want to just start unloading from range. And it debuffs you that you need water to wash off, so you want to have water available. You also need to kite it backwards at times, And when you're doing that, you don't want to have to kite through water because it's going to heal. So I'm trying to find a place where I can stand and fight it, but when I have to run away, it won't go through a bunch of water. Not available yet. So if it has to heal a little bit, it has to heal. It's not the end of the world. So I'm going to try, see if I can get through these other doors. At this point, I also wonder if it's worth identifying the ring. Could be useful. Let's do it. And we get, oh, we got a ring of wealth. That's good. So the ring of wealth is a whole nether animal. If this was a +1 or +2 or hadn't already used all my upgrade scrolls, it is worth using all of your upgrades on the ring of wealth and then just farming. You'll get like 100 pieces of food and you'll get like +3. At first you'll get +3 and later you can upgrade it to like +5 armor drops. It takes a long time. Like you'll just be sitting there farming forever. And so the fun level is debatable. Oh, right. So that was a temporary +2 buff on it because I drank the potion because of that skill. It's not really +2. So that answers a lot of questions. All right. So we woke up the goo, probably because we splashed in the water. I don't have a good kiting location down yet. I'm not going to shoot it or waste damage on it yet because it's still in the water. I wonder if we do something like fight it here. Maybe we fight it here. I usually like to fight through a door, obviously. Maybe we fight it here and then we can... I don't want to go in a corner though. I mean, I think we're just going to zap it down pretty good. Maybe we fight it here. I could also just drop an earth root and it'll give me some maybe enough tankiness to go through the ooze. I don't have healing potions. I have a lot of dew. So I have like 1 full heal. Regardless, it's going to come and grab me. So I'm not going to make it down to there. I think I'm going to fight it here. And if I have to wash, I'll go here. And then maybe I'll kite back around. Something like that. And then kite down. Well, the ooze is not the hardest boss ever, so. So do I want to use my earth root right now? I think so. So each of these seeds has their own different abilities. The best ones are going to be sungrass because it heals you, and earth root because it shields you. Fire bloom's great to light people on fire and such, but you have to get them to walk over it, so they have to go through a definitive checkpoint in order to make that happen. You know, because they will go diagonal past it if they can. So if I threw it in the door, for example, it would light it on fire. And do I have time to do that? I actually believe I do. Oh, but this has been happening lately. I forget. It's gonna forget where I am, and it's not gonna go through this door, and then I gotta come find it later. And throwing a seed actually does not open the door. Yeah, I should hit wait 1 more time. Do you remember where it was? Because I don't want to step through here and get smacked. So let's go ahead and just throw the earth root just in case. No, I'm not. Yeah, I messed that up. It's fine. Things used to not. You know, there's been one of the cool things of this game is it was actually just updated a whole new version. They released a new character and everything, and it's really great. The thing with the updates though is like, because I played this like a long time ago, and things would not forget where you were. So I could go through a door while something's across the map, and it'd still come to me. I've had it happen many times with the goo now, where it's following me, and I step through a door, and it forgets where I am. I've got my whole battle area lined up, and it won't even come through there, and it all gets wasted. So I'm just going to go ahead and take a free hit, I think, in order to get on the... Which I should have put on the... Oh, dang, I'm messing up again. I should have thrown that on the water here, because now when I get the ooze debuff, I will not be able to wash it off. So I'm just betting that my armor will carry me long enough. So I have 40 points of shielding. So even though it's pumping up to do a big hit, I think I just tank it. Pretty sure I just tank it. Let's see how much damage it does. So it's an enraged hit. I would have to move 2 spaces to get out anyways. I don't think I would be able to. Okay, so it did 0. So it did 5 armor. That's weird. Seems like it should be more. All right, so yep. So the Seed of Earther just did it all for me, and I did not get the Caustic Ooze debuff, so we were good. Alrighty, so we made it past the first boss. Let's go ahead and see if the Rat King's around. Usually it's next to one of these wooden doors. But it's not in every seed. There it is. Here's the Rat King. Get some free gold. We'll just let it sleep. If you wake it up, it gets upset. Oh, see that green shiny? That's because of the Ring of the Wealth. That's how you know it was a special drop influenced by your ring. Alrighty, one thing we didn't get into, which can be useful, is the sleep. If you eat some food and you click and hold on the weight, you'll eventually go to sleep and you'll regain your hit points. That can net you negative food though, because you'll run out, you'll be starving by the time you're done, and you don't always have food to sustain. But it can carry you through the early game when you don't have enough healing yet. So I'm going to go over the merchant quick and then call this episode here. That was a sewers run. Okay, we are in the merchant. This here is going to be one of the most valuable things. Each merchant has a backpack upgrade, and it's determined by what you have the most of. So I have more scrolls than throwing weapons. I have more scrolls than potions. So I was offered the scroll holder, cost 400. I have plenty. So we will buy that, and now all of our scrolls are over in a new tab, and they're also protected from fire, which is one of the best things. So, potions. The merchant always has a potion of healing, it almost out and a potion of mind vision, and there's more. I think it also has a potion of liquid flame or something, which this time it doesn't. So I know that one of these two is a potion of healing. I don't know which one yet though, so I'm actually not going to buy it. So I have one here. If a dang fly had dropped one, I would know by now, but I don't. So when it comes to scrolls, they have a scroll of remove curse, a scroll of identify, a scroll of teleportation, and a scroll of magic mapping. So since we know this is identify, we know that's remove curse. Oh, no teleportation this time and 2 mapping. Is that what it is? Perhaps. Let's check if we identified any of those quick yet. No, we have not. You need 4 magic mappings for the demon halls. There's so many traps, you want the magic mappings. And merchants get more expensive as you go, so it's great to buy it early if you can. This is one of those things where I'm actually probably going to come back to this merchant, and if I do deduce that these are magic mappings, I will pick them both up. But for now, I'm going to get the remove curse, and I will probably get the identify as well. Just so good to have for armor and wands, etc. I do like to save the identifies by equipping an item, and if it's cursed, I'll just remove the curse and then I'll wear it until it identifies on its own. But it can get tricky because, for example, I want to get this down. I want to dump 3 scrolls of upgrade on this to get it down to 14. But let's say it's already like a +1 or 2 or 3, and I don't know because it's not identified. I could end up wasting those scrolls. So you kind of get on this theory crafting where you're figuring out how to best use your resources. So I'm going to be careful when you click on the merchant. If you're using it on PC like I am, it says sell an item here. And when you click on something, the sell will come up. On mobile, it pops up in the middle of your screen, which is much more obvious. So I'm going to go here and sell this stuff I'm not going to use. Save some inventory space. So I think what I will do is, since I now have a 1 scroll of remove curse, at least. I'm just chilling on an upgrade still? Oh, yeah. I think I held on to the upgrade because I felt strong enough. I think it's worth doing with your weapon. If you're killing things real fast, still just hold off on upgrading for a bit because something interesting could come along. You never know. So I think I'll go ahead and put this on now since I have the remove curse. And it's not cursed, so I don't need to use it. But that's always kind of good to have. And I believe I will go ahead and use the remove curse on the disintegration wand because it's such a good wand. But there's also a quest on this floor where you get to choose a wand, so maybe, but that one comes upgraded, so I might want to just save it on its own. Disintegration wand's so good. I think I will just go ahead and do that. It's one of those things where it comes down to saving resources can cost you. And let's go ahead and, so what I did was click imbue, and now I will turn my staff into a staff of disintegration. This imbue will result in a level 2 staff. Okay, good, yeah. So you should want to do this. If the wand being imbued is the same or higher level, the staff will inherit the level of that wand. Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. That's good, so the upgrades do carry. I wonder if that works with temporary upgrades, like if I identified something, if I could cheese a free upgrade. It's kind of worth trying. What is this silver potion? I don't know what it is. What could it be? I might try to cheese that up. So what I'm saying is when I identify, so now when I identify something, my wands get, what happens here? This one, right? Yeah, no. No. This one. Oh, when I eat food, you get 2 bonus. I don't know. Just wasting time thinking here. Lots of thinking. Probably not good content or useful on the video at all. But I'm not going to edit it out. We're going to stop here, though, I believe. Just a quick recap. Door kiting. Managing your upgrades. It's kind of one of those things where we cover things as we go. Like there's a lot, like what the heck is this? There's a lot to read and stuff, but when I use it is when I will describe it. Same with like the arcane stylus, the honeypot, all this kind of stuff. I've got this raw meat, which I'm not going to eat, but there's something, special you can do with it. So I believe that's where we will stop. Tune in for the next video when we go over the prison. Alrighty, cheers.